Hi, I'm Ben Turpin and welcome to Whipfish Industries, the final step in your fly fishing experience. Today I want to talk to you about the little blue wing olive, specifically the emerging blue wing olive. Most of the time when fish are looking up and taking these small insects, they're not taking the dun or the adult that's riding on the surface, they're taking the emerging insect that's stuck in a surface film. So we're going to tie a small blue wing olive emerger that hopefully will be easy for you to see and effective in catching trout. We're going to start out with a Dairiki Model 125 emerger hook, which is a short shanked curved hook. We're going to use some 8/0 olive dun thread and just make a little thread base so when we attach our CDC and we attach our tail that nothing slides around. The wing on this fly is going to be dun CDC, so when you flip through your feathers through your bag of CDC, look for some lighter CDC feathers. It's going to make it easier to see the fly. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple CDC feather tips and we're going to use the length of the hook shank to gauge our wing height. Attach our CDC. And what we want to do is trim the butt sections of the feathers on a bit of an angle. And that'll help make a nice smooth body. And then we want to stand these feathers almost straight up and down in the front, a 90 degree off the hook. And that's going to be our wing post. And not only is that our wing post, but that's what's going to make this fly easier to see. Sometimes this fly is referred to as the AARP fly because it's easy to see by the older gentlemen on the stream. All right, once we get our wing in place, we're going to move back to the bend of the hook. We're going to tie in an Antron shuck. I'm going to use some dark brown thread or a dark brown Antron. Thin it out a little bit. And our shuck should be about the same length as the hook gap. And since it's a synthetic material, you can tie it in and then you can trim it to the correct length once you have it in place. All right, for the body, we're just going to use some olive superfine dubbing, and we're going to make a very thin dubbed body on this fly. This is a very small, delicate mayfly. It does not have a big, thick body. So we're going to start with just a small amount of olive dubbing on the thread. We start down by our shuck, work our way up to the wing. We can always add more dubbing on. It's easier to add more on than to try to take it off. So we'll dub a little bit more on. Slide that up. Now we're just going to work around our wing to make sure it stays up in place. One more couple turns in front of the wing and build a small head. So as you can see, pretty simple fly, but deadly effective. I've caught some of my largest trout on the Delaware River on this little blue wing olive emerger. If you think the wing's a little on the high side, it's tough working on these small hooks, feel free to trim it down and shape it to what you want it to be. I don't think the fish are looking at the top of the wing, so basically that's for you and I to decide what we want there. So this is the little blue wing olive emerger. It's a great pattern to have in your box in March, beginning of April, when you're going to see these small 18 to 20 blue wing olives hatching. If you see fish making those tiny little dimples, you're not sure what they're eating, most likely they're on blue wing olive emergers. Scroll down through the list, you can find the hook, the dubbing, the CDC, everything you need to tie this fly. We can get it shipped out to you so you can tie the exact fly that we tied here on Whip Finish. We look forward to seeing you on the stream, and we'll see you next time.